Family. Let's touch on something they keep throwing in our faces: climate change. Now, I'm not saying the weather ain't shifting, the storms ain't raging stronger, or the earth ain't trembling. We see the floods, the fires, the droughts, the hurricanes breaking records. But here's the question: why do they insist this is just about carbon pollution or greenhouse gases? Why do they act like recycling bottles can stop what's happening? Because they don't want to face the truth. This is Yah's judgment on a world built on wickedness. They call it climate change to cover the fact that creation itself is groaning under the weight of sin and rebellion. Think about it, family. When Pharaoh hardened his heart, Yah sent plagues that shook Egypt to its core. The water turned to blood, the skies rained hail, locusts devoured crops, darkness covered the land. That wasn't climate change, that was judgment. Today it's the same pattern. Fires burn through nations that boasted wealth. Floods wipe out towns that once colonized and stole. Crops fail in lands that prided themselves on feeding the world. And instead of humbling themselves before Yah, they build panels, hold summits, and preach about carbon credits. But can money fix prophecy? Can politics stop the hand of the Most High? Not a chance. Family, don't be fooled. Climate change is the world's scapegoat. But Yah's word already told us the earth would shake, the seas would roar, and men's hearts would fail them for fear of what's coming. They don't want to admit this is judgment because it would force them to confess their sins, their violence, their greed. So they cry, "We are victims of the climate." But no, the earth is simply responding to the wickedness poured into it. This ain't just weather patterns, this is prophecy. And while they scramble for answers, we must stand firm, knowing Yah is setting the stage for Zion's redemption.